In spite of the amount of books you read, you still feel like you're doing random and unorganized acts of marketing. Solving this problem is exactly what Ryan Levesque does for a living. A few years back, when Ryan was in the intensive care unit, extremely close to death, he realized that what he wanted to do most with his life is help entrepreneurs succeed. And so, he decided to dedicate his full focus to teaching his entire Ask formula. And that is exactly what he does in this book, Ask. As you may already know, the first step in almost any marketing book is defining your ideal customer. If just by chance you haven't yet done that, you may check out the Define Target Audience in about 5 minutes PDF below this video. Once you know who your target audience is, you may proceed to finding them and actually asking them what do they want to buy. Sounds good, right? But don't do that, and here's why. Imagine this common situation. You're trying to decide what food to order for dinner with a couple of friends, and you ask them, "What do you guys want to eat?" And they say, "Well, I don't know, how about you?" And then you may go back and forth like this for hours without reaching a decision. If you ask them what do they not want, however, they may say something like, "I don't want pizza because I'm trying to eat gluten-free." Or, if you ask them what they ate yesterday, they will also have no problem answering that question. You see, people don't really know what they want, even if they sincerely want to tell you. What they do know, however, is what they don't want and what they did yesterday. So, you may indeed find out what they want, but by asking the right questions. The first step is the Deep Dive Survey. Now that you have identified the biggest pains of your prospects, you may create a solution for each of those. Imagine that a patient comes into a clinic to his physician and says, "Doctor, my stomach hurts on its left side for 3 days, and I'm feeling more tired than usual. What is wrong with me?" The doctor then may say, "Calm down. Patients who come to my clinic and complain about stomach ache on the left side usually suffer from one of 3 problems. Let's determine yours. Does your pain come and go, or does it stay constantly? It comes and goes. Do you usually feel tired in the afternoon or in the morning? In the afternoon." This is where the doctor gives his diagnosis and suggests his treatment. The Micro-Commitment Bucket Survey does just that, but in an automatic, online way. But before the prospects can participate in it, we will redirect them to a landing page where we persuade them that it's worth their time. This landing page will contain elements such as your credentials, company branding, a headline, a video, and a short text with testimonials and benefits of the survey. Step 2 is the Prospect Self-Discovery landing page. Alright, you've got them to trust you and believe in your survey. But what do you actually ask? There are 3 types of questions. The first question type has 2 answer options and is usually very easy to answer. For example, are you a man or a woman? Its goal is to get the survey takers to at least answer the first question, thereby increasing the chance of them filling out more. This is the Grease the Wheels question. The next type of questions helps you personalize your marketing messaging. For example, if you're in the medical sphere, when you find out the audience's age, you may say in your email, if you're in your 40s or insert other age, then you might have noticed your body started to slow down. Another benefit is that these questions help you know to which part of your audience your future products may be most helpful to and offer it to these individuals. These are personalization questions. The last type of question is the most responsible for the actual product option you offer right after the survey, and it is called the segmentation question. Note: the answers to all three question types come from the results of the deep dive survey. Step 3 is the micro-commitment bucket survey. You may now finally present your audience with a customized solution according to their answer. This solution will include a valuable free diagnosis through mail, which we will discuss later, and also a paid solution offer. Jay Abraham once said, "If you can define the problem better than your target customer, they will automatically assume you have the solution." In this landing page, the main element is a sales video, in which you explain the situation in extreme detail, so that the viewers feel like you understand them. Then, when you reach the point that they are eagerly waiting for a solution, you may present the offer and price. In other words, the video is split into 4 parts. 1. Problem. Present their problem according to the micro-commitment bucket survey. 2. Agitate. Continue emphasizing the problem until they desire the solution. 3. Show you care. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." So here's where you wholeheartedly explain how much you would like to help them. 4. Solution. Present the solution, explain why it's the best option from what you have, show the price, a time limit, and a guarantee. Step 4 is the custom post-survey sales prescription. If you have made the sale but are still struggling to stay profitable, this story is for you. There was this one restaurant that was spending $1.97 in ads on average to get one customer to purchase, and they were selling their main dish, a burger, at a profit of 11 cents. Not enough by a long shot. So what did they do? They started offering their customers fries, soft drinks, and desserts. This simple act raised their profits to $1.13, a 1,000% increase. The same thing is often the case in our initial sales. It might actually have a very thin profit margin. So offering complimentary items after the order without re-entering payment info might be a good idea. But don't leave the customer thinking, "Wasn't this original product already supposed to solve my problem?" Instead, make sure that this product just offers additional value, and the first one still delivers on its promise. Step 5 is the profit maximization upsell sequence. So, you've done your deep dive survey, convinced the prospects to take the micro-commitment bucket survey, and sold them a customized solution with complementary products. After all that, at best, 10% of all your traffic became buyers. But what about the remaining 90%? You've guessed it, an email sequence. Ryan's sequence is separated into 12 mails. Remember the diagnosis which we discussed in the sales landing page? This would be the focus of the first email. The rest of the emails will be concentrating on making the sale through stories, overcoming objections, and a pivot survey to redirect them to the next email sequence. The beauty of this is that it's designed to be an infinite loop, because whether the prospects buy or not, they will ideally get a new 12 email sequence. To better understand the contents of the 12 emails, you may check out concepts 3 and 4 in the blog post, which you may find in the description. Step 6 is the email follow-up feedback loop. So, if you feel like your marketing is unorganized, at first, ask your audience what bothers them with the deep dive survey. Then, with this data in mind, build your funnel, which begins with a self-discovery landing page. This is where you persuade the prospects that taking the micro-commitment bucket survey is valuable. During the survey, you ask them 3 types of questions, give them a diagnosis through mail, and send them to a sales page. At the sales page, you use the problem, agitate, solve framework and show the audience how much you sincerely care. After they purchased, you add your complementary sales to increase profit. In case they didn't purchase on the sales page, you keep in touch by mail until they do. Whether they buy right away or from an email, they enter into an endless email loop, in which you do 2 things. Do your best to help them get results with your product, and offer them your next product. That has been a summary of the Ask framework from the book Ask by Ryan Levesque. If you would like to get this book and 9 other audiobooks for free, check out the 10 free audiobooks PDF below this video. Thank you for watching, Improvementers. Don't forget to subscribe, stay awesome, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.